What is the slope of the line graphed on the grid below? Bubble your answer. This one's much nicer. It's got our points labeled for us, so we're going to count. Slope, remember, is rise over run. Rise is going to go up and down. Run is going to go left and right. So I'm going to start with this point, and I'm going to go down. And when I go down, that's going to be negative. Negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Going down 12. And then we're going to go to the right. Going to the right is positive 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can reduce negative 12 over 4. Both of these numbers can be divided by 4. So we're going to reduce. We keep our negative. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 4 divided by 4 is 1. And a negative 3 over 1 is the same thing as negative 3. So we are going to now bubble the answer negative 3. So we need to make sure we bubble our negative, don't forget that, and the 3. Question number 10. Which representations have the same rate of change of y with respect to x as the equation 3x plus 4 equals 24? So we're going to do a lot of typing for this question. You're going to get on your Desmos and you're going to type 3x plus 4y equals 24. And you see that you get a line. And so we can see our slope. And then we're just going to start typing in our choices here. When it has the same rate of change, that means same slope. And lines that have the same slope are all going to look kind of like this. They're going to be parallel. So as I type them in, that's what I'm looking for. So we have negative, y equals negative 3/4 x plus 6. And I don't know if y'all saw when I was typing in what happened. It's going back and forth on the same line. So this is actually the same line. So this one for sure, this is the same line. I'm going to write a note to myself what happened. All right, and I'm going to turn that option, I'm going to turn that back off so I can focus on one at a time. And now I'm going to type in the second option right here. So I'm going to type in y plus 3 equals a negative 0.75. And then in parentheses, x plus 4. And I notice over here that 3/4 is the same as 3/4, which is 75 cents. So negative 75 cents or negative 0.75. So that's the same. This is our slope value. If you look at your formula chart, you can see that. The m is in this spot. So now we're going to look at our picture. And do these have the same rate of change? Do they have the same slope? And so when you look at your picture, yes, they are parallel. So I'm going to give it a check, and I'm going to write a note that they are parallel. And now this one we're going to actually have to count. And because the graph is kind of small, I'm going to again look for those points and see if I can do a repeating pattern. It looks like it might be there, there. So let's see if that keeps holding. 1, 2, down, and over 3. 1, 2, down, and over 3. Okay, so that's not it. Let's do the big slope, and let's see if we can reduce. 1. So we're going to go from this point to this point, because I can see that those for sure are crossing our axis. Those are good points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So down 6 and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And over 8. So again, let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this reduces. These are both even numbers, so you can divide them both by 2. So that's a negative 3/4 for my slope. Is that the same as the slope over here? Yes, this is going to be the same slope. So that it would be parallel to what we have on our Desmos. And then we have a table. So we can type this in. We can add. On your Desmos, you're going to do add a table. And we're going to type in these numbers. -8, -4, 0, 4, 8, 12. And we're going to type in 12, 9, 6, 3, 0, and -3. And when you do a table, it's going to give you dots. It's going to give you points. And that's all of these as I was typing. You might have seen them pop up. So, is this table going to give me the same rate of change? Yes. These are on the line. So, yes. So, list all the representations that are correct. 1, 2, 3, and 4 in this case. All those representations are going to be the same as our line. You can also solve to get the y by itself if you wanted to compare the numbers instead of just using Desmos just to see. So to do that, we subtract 3 x's from both sides, and you would have 0 pair, 4y equals -3x plus 24. And when you divide by 4, you would do your heart. So I'm going to rewrite it off to the side here. Y equals -3x over 4. And the other side of your heart, 24 divided by 4 gives you 6. So you can see with your numbers that your slope, -3/4, matches this slope, matches this slope. We had to do a little bit of work here, but you could also match it this way. And I'm going to go down here where everything's positive. We're going down 3, and we're going up 4. And when we do slope, we do our change in y, which is our rise, over our change in x, which is our run. So your y number is the -3, and your x number change is 4. So you can also see with the numbers, they back up what we did on Desmos.